Good morning, kids. Today we're checking out a brand new video from Conniex about the Dark Digivolutions for the Digimon Adventure 02 Champions. Let's hop in and check out these custom arts.
So this year's Spooktober
Oop, that was a
Spectacular is
glitch.
kind of accidentally leading up to the release of Digimon Adventure 02, the beginning on October 27th. Not that Bandai Hotel have sponsored me about that movie's release. There's not even any screenings announced near where I live. It looks like there's going to be a US screening on November 8th, the day before my birthday, and I'm not going to be in the US to see it until a week after. But I'm still going to give away an Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode, Precious Gem figure, dagnammit. More details on that later. But you know, during Spooktober's past, we've explored what it might look like if the 02 partners use the Dark Digimental to Dark Armor Digivolve. We've explored Dark DNA Digivolution.
I remember that, and I actually liked those videos. They were pretty good. And check them out if you can.
But you know what? Somehow over 4 Spooktober Spectaculars we still haven't explored yet. What if the 02 cast just regular old Dark Digivolved? What if each individual champion, just like Greymon to Skull Greymon in Adventure, or indeed Greymon to Virus Metal Greymon, as caused by the Digimon Emperor himself, happened to all the Digimon Adventure 02 partners? Well, on today's video, myself and some of the most talented artists in the Digimon game are gonna find out.
Oh, Digimon game. That's actually pretty good fun.
What is up, Darkside companions? My name is Khan EX, and welcome back to Khan's
Spooktober
Spectacular. And if it's not welcome back, make sure you subscribe right now! Sorry, I tapped into my own...
You heard him? Subscribe! Hit that red button! Hit that button!
Darkness, you can heal me by hitting the subscribe button. That worked? That cheap? Good. I like cheap. So our first Digimon Adventure 02 partner to Dark Digivolve is Gatomon, a member of both the Adventure and 02 parties, who we twisted into Lamiamon, drawn by some guy 944. We wanted a Dark Digivolution for Gatomon that felt unique from Lady Devimon, or existing Darker Evos, while still also fulfilling a purpose and homaging Gatomon's darkness. We also currently don't actually have an official Lamia Digimon. Lamia are kind of like snake women, snake humans. The closest we have is X-Eraser Gamma from Digimon Story Lost Evolution. So Lamiamon is intended to be our very first Lamia Digimon, but also intended to act as a Dark Evo for Gatomon, specifically like a Prevo for Lilithmon or Nidhoggmon. Lilithmon is often associated with Lady Devimon, and Lady Devimon is the Dark counterpart to Angelwomon, so that makes sense to us. But Lamiamon is also clad in dark armor, which some of you may have noticed is based on the armor of Skull Knightmon and Dark Knightmon, the evil forms Gatomon became and was redeemed from in Digimon Adventure 2020. So while in this video these Dark Digivolutions are specifically for the Digimon Adventure 02 and original Adventure canon, I still think it's fun to fold in elements from other continuities like Adventure 2020 to kind of future-proof these designs a little bit and add more elements that are fun. So she can now also be a member of Dark Knightmon's army, for instance. And similar to our video where we evolved Morphomon into Tyrimon, those snake-like and armored elements give her more versatility. She could become Tactimon, she could become Nidhoggmon, a variety of other snake-like, feminine, armored Digimon you can think of. She also has cat ears on the top here, keeping her true to Gatomon, which could make her a Prevo.
Hey, if anyone actually looked at this, is it just me, or does this piece here look almost like an owl? Well, you know, well, okay, literally an owl. Like, you got the eyes, but then you also got the amazing crest or horns, like on the horned owl. I swear, I hope I'm not the only one out there that sees the owl plate.
For Anubismon and stuff like that. Or maybe even Ragglemon or Racielmon. Lamiamon is a cold and calculating military commander. She is said to be as effective on the battlefield as she is behind closed doors, manipulating and ensnaring her friends and foes to do her bidding. The darkness has totally enveloped the pure light of her original Gatomon form, and she now mercilessly slaughters her way through the digital world, suffocating one enemy to death with her Lamia Laments, while lopping another's head off using her blade, and it's Hell's Butcher signature move. Then is our Angemon Dark Digivolution. For this, I asked HLR to create something familiar or similar to Digimon like Demon, Skull Satamon, and even Neo Devimon, to tie in again to those existing Fallen Angel type Digimon, but also something that specifically works for Angemon, and that resulted in Ascalomon, named after Ascalon, the lance or sword that St. George supposedly used to kill the dragon. Some places also name the dragon Ascalon, or even the place where the battle happened, but an evil dragon kind of being an analogy for Satan is what we're going for here. HLR nailed this design with this beast.
Damn right he did. Look at this thing. It's like some sort of demonic centaurian beast, and look, it even has a spear or lance going through its chest. HLR, yes, props, yes, golf clap. That is damn good.
Almost Lugarmon-esque bottom half, and the tainted Devimon adjacent upper body. The incorporation of black wings alongside one bone wing is genius, making this tangentially connected still to Skull Greymon, our inspiration for this video. It's also bearing intense stigmata. It has been pierced through its entire torso, in reference to St. George's slaying of the dragon. But the staff's colour is almost reminiscent of Angemon's staff and hair. Maybe one last act by Angemon to try and stop himself from falling to the darkness. And like I kind of touched on, and the same with Lamiamon, Ascalomon can fit into a lot of situations. It can be a Dundevimon Prevo, a Demon Prevo, an evolution for Sangloopmon even, and what I pitched it as, a Shadow Seraphimon Prevo. Ascalomon is one of the most wicked Digimon to ever stain the digital world. Only when an Angemon's mind, body, and spirits have fully been consumed by darkness is Ascalomon born. It punishes saints and sinners indiscriminately, and is often seen charging across the battlefield in service to its beloved Lamiamon. It rips and shreds enemies in extreme glee, and unleashes its internal darkness as a signature attack, the Seven Circles Eraser. And hey kids, custom art costs money. Plus, you know, we're kind of doing a huge giveaway, so I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Bye. You know this by
now. And now we're going to do a quick cut. And now we're back.
And that is Aquilamon. For its Dark Digivolution, I wanted something that felt a little bit more evocative of Sethmon, the kind of dark love armor Digivolution, but also an ultimate bird Digimon that could rival Garudamon, which is why I recruited Rubix to Dark Digivolve Aquilamon to Payasarmon, getting its name from the Native American monster and art depicting that monster, the Payasar bird, which is what informed design decisions from Rubix, such as the antlers and claws, and even those wings. Well, yes, Hawkmon and Aquilamon and even Halsamon already have red wings. The Payasar bird also does, so that naturally tied together for this design. Now those familiar feathers of Hawkmon and Aquilamon are tattered and damaged.
You know, weirdly, it gives off the same kind of feeling of like a cockatrice from Greece. Yes, because you got the bird, but then you also got a kind of a snake tail. And yes, I know some depictions of it are literally just a chicken with a snake tail or some kind of dragon with a chicken head, but you get what I mean. It's a bird with a snake tail. Doesn't matter how split it is. You get what I'm meaning.
From its many battles. And as I said, its Native American origins nicely match Garudamon, who is a very common Aquilamon Evo, and also, of course, Bergermon's evolution, tying in specifically to Yoli's connection to the Crest of Love. Not as a main feature, but more that just because so commonly Aquilamon does seem to digivolve into Garudamon in other media. Payasarmon is a terrifying dark digivolution, and commander of carrion bird Digimon like Vulturemon. Unlike many other dark digivolutions, Payasarmon possesses a fierce intellect, and while being dark and corrupted, is very aware of what it is doing. It sees everyone who opposes it as a personal offense, and rains down hellish fury like a spurned lover with its prey ripper.
That's good. Alright, we gotta take a cut. And we're back.
So, with Ankylamon and kind of Vmon, Armadillomon, and Hawkmon all being ancient Digimon, and the idea of dinosaur bones being dug up, and Ankylamon's a dinosaur, as well as that association with Angemon and the resultant Shakuamon, kinda tying Ankylamon to general religiousness and, let's be honest, specific Christian imagery, all those things combined with the idea of the World Turtle, creating this absolutely inspired Ankylamon Dark Digivolution Gravemon, drawn by Weirdomon.
Hell yes!
If Shakuamon is an angel in heaven, this demon is the whole graveyard. Reminding me a little of Anima from Final Fantasy X, which I'm very, very fond of. Gravemon is a literal graveyard of the digital world, with other Skull Digimon exploding from its tomb, and even a dark church with a Devimon or a Pokemon style figure presiding over it. Chained up and sealed away in the dark.
Honestly, that does kind of seem like it could be either. Like, because of the wings, it could be Devimon, but because of, like, the body and the arms, could be Apocalypmon. So, it's both. Hell, it could even just be Venom Myotismon. I mean, my Lord Myotismon. I mean, Myotismon.
dark area, Gravemon is said to be able to assimilate the Digi-Core of Digimon, so thoroughly vanquished they have no way to reform as Digi-Eggs. Some of the strongest-willed dead and dark Digimon reside inside Gravemon, and it is said are capable of breaking out when Gravemon's dark energy is at its strongest. Gravemon lashes out indiscriminately, which makes its Tombstone Pulverizer using its tail from its time as an Ankylamon all the more destructive. It is also capable of unleashing its rotting dark miasma as a powerful area of effect energy and poison attack known as Death's Exhumation. And then our penultimate Dark Digivolution is for Stingmon, who Dark Digivolves into Berserk Stingmon.
Wait, hold on. Where's Vmon? Oh, there he is. I mean, X-Vmon. You get what I mean. And Berserk Stingmon. Not bad.
By all trade. I picture in this scenario perhaps the Digimon Emperor's cruel treatment almost warp Digivolves his partner Wormmon to Berserk Stingmon. Wormmon, tapping into its grief and pain and its treatment of what is supposed to be its partner, jumps 2 whole stages of darkness. Berserk Stingmon is inspired, like Stingmon himself, by Kamen Riders, in particular this time Dark Kamen Riders, like Kamen Rider Kuga Rising Ultimate Dark Eye and Kamen Rider Dark Kabuto. I love some touches all trade added, like the gold armor and exposed Digicore, but you may notice these wings are slightly familiar. That's because I also pitched him as a new re-evolution for Grand Kuwagamon and Grandis Kuwagamon. Dynabemon is great, but I thought it would be fun to have something stripped of X-Vmon influence and truly evil, and that lends itself nicely from Stingmon into Gran and then Grandis Kuwagamon. Berserk Stingmon is an unthinking, unemotional killing machine. It employs every single part of its body to massacre, from its insect kick utilizing its strong feet and legs, to its razor wing, and finally the destructive stinging strike, which can silence 2 opponents at the same time with the spikes and claws on each hand. And finally is our X-Vmon Dark Digivolution. I always thought it was a shame that in a season sequelizing and homaging Digimon Adventure, that in 02, with Davis and Vmon being foils to the Digimon Emperor for the first chunk of the season, it was just Agumon that got to Dark Digivolve again. And with the incredibly limited amount of Vmon family variants, basically exclusively just black variants for X-Vmon and Imperialdramon, I thought it was time Weirdomon took X-Vmon and twisted his courage and friendship to Dark Digivolve him to this. Of course, an homage to Skull Greymon. It feels very appropriate to me that X-Vmon, who carries Greymon's torch in 02, would finally have his own Skull Evil.
Okay, look at this guy. He's not just bones, he's even got exposed muscles. He is literally one-upping Skull Greymon. Holy damn! This is amazing! I mean, Skull Greymon is indeed good and all, and possibly one of my favorite Dark Digivolutions, but this has just thrown it off the list because it's got bones, it's got muscles, it's got energy wings, and it's got that weird flaming X.
Evolution. The wings come from X-Vmon himself, but in the process also makes this Digimon feel a bit like Skull Balukimon, which is very popular, especially with me, as the Garurumon equivalent to Skull Greymon. It's not official in any capacity, we don't have an actual Skull Garurumon, but I kind of think Skull Balukimon is as good as it could be anyway. So connecting it to what in my mind is a Garurumon Skull Digimon and a Greymon Skull Digimon unifies that courage and friendship half of Davis Crests. As far as names go for this guy, yeah, my brain went all kinds of silly places. Extinctmon, XO Skellymon. But let's be honest, based on existing Digimon naming conventions, this lad would just be Skull X-Vmon. Some details I love here are that the muscles are still clinging on to this ghastly form, with the dark energy holding the corrupted Digimon together, manifesting in wings and that iconic XV shape, perhaps being what keeps some of that muscle tissue in place. The Dark Digivolution has also filled this Digimon with the evil eye. Red eyes duplicated in the skull, but also the pelvis and all along the bony tail. This would be a great Digimon for a lot of different purposes. Machinedramon Prevo, like Skull Greymon. Evo into Abadamon. Also Grand Kuwagamon or Grandis Kuwagamon. Imperialdramon Fighter Mode Black. Lots of potential. Skull X-Vmon is an abomination from ancient times. Never believed possible. But when the ties in its heart are broken and it is engulfed by darkness, it is possible for an X-Vmon to lose itself completely to darkness. It fights until the bitter end, but its
God.
Bone Tail Impaler and RIP Laser. If one of its bones breaks during combat, it doesn't even flinch, and immediately begins using the shattered or broken bone as improvised weaponry.
Oh my
And
God.
that is it! All of our Dark Digivolutions.
You can break off an arm, and he'll just grab that arm and start to beat you with it. That is killer!
Or the Digimon
Oh my
Adventure Zero
God.
2 main partners. I'm holding off on doing things like Ukomon, and as a result Terriermon and Lopmon, because I don't know what's happening with Ukomon yet as of time of recording. We're definitely going to revisit the idea of like movie exclusive partner evolutions, or side partner evolutions like we did with Manoa and Oikawa at the start of this month. But don't worry too much, other partners will be addressed in time. Just some absolutely great work from the artist here. I absolutely love every single piece in this video. Make sure you go follow all of them. And enter that Bayou giveaway for an Imperialdramon Dragon Mode Precious Gem figure. Thank you to my Sovereigns, ZDK14, Jmon, and Mickey D.
Well, folks, I think that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below. And remember to support the original creators and all they do. And I'll see all of you folks next time when we flick on. Peace out.